I'm finally allowed to talk about the new hero since Marvel Rivals revealed the White Fox gameplay trailer. She's arriving this week as a strategist, and I got to check out White Fox early so I know what her abilities do, and I think she is actually more broken than both Gambit and Elsa Bloodstone. What it do, Durag Nation? As usual with these Marvel Rivals guides, I'll break down the White Fox gameplay and talk about the best way to play her so you can hit the ground running this Friday. First, Hulk smash that hype button to share the guide with the Marvel Rivals player, and let's get it.
White Fox here. The hunt begins.
Battlefield ready again.
Perfect synergy.
Learning White Fox will be extremely important because Guangguang and Zhiyong revealed some massive balance changes coming to Rivals during the Dev Vision video, which includes a huge 20% nerf to the charge and passive build rate of every ultimate ability in the game. So this makes it very important for a support hero in particular to have a strong neutral game, since you won't have your ultimate as often, and White Fox is an actual demon when it comes to that. She has a strong 275 HP and a passive that appears as 3 tails. Her primary fire has an ammo count of 15 and fires orbs of energy that make her look like Invisible Woman, except Invis is firing an orb that bounces back. What White Fox does is much better. Fox's rate of fire is faster, and her energy projectiles bounce off the environment and other heroes, and then automatically target more nearby heroes. Her spheres heal allies, damage enemies, and recharge her passive, and the raw damage and healing numbers seem to be pretty high based on how she carries this 2v2 while pocketing the Punisher. So whenever possible, always heal with her while behind cover because you barely have to aim and the heals will find your team. If you thought that was strong, you haven't seen anything yet. The first ability we'll go over for her might be the most broken in the game.
I am barely wounded. Never miss.
Her tails work similar to characters like Gambit, and she builds charge by healing and attacking. It costs 1 tail to use the right click, which fires a ball of energy that looks similar to the Luna Snow Freeze, except this one has a piercing effect as we see it go through Hawkeye and Dagger. More importantly, it has the effect to charm enemies hit by it, which is what happens when Emma Frost uses her ultimate. It causes enemies to stop attacking and walk towards you. So she has access to a mini Emma ultimate on a 6-second cooldown, and that tail she consumed will be recharged by the time she can use the right click again. This ability is actually more broken than even this, which you'll see later. But first, we have to talk about another ability that is almost as good. White Fox sees a teammate is at critical health, so she activates her shift and targets them through a wall as Magneto is about to drop an ult on her team. White Fox then teleports to the ally, instantly creating a healing circle that gets them to full health immediately, and she also summons a shield that blocks the Magneto ultimate. This ability only has a 12-second cooldown, so White Fox destroys dive with this one skill. But it has so many uses. Being able to instantly teleport to an ally with a healing circle and large shield is actually incredible and something skill players will use to make their backlines basically invincible, and you can bail out a teammate who overextends. Also, remember what I teased about the right click being even more broken than I described? It has another ability. Here she used it so that it pierces through her team, and if you look closely, you can see that they stop taking damage. This is because the other effect is that it grants allies temporary invulnerability. So every 6 seconds, White Fox can shoot an orb that passes through people, any teammate hit by it takes no damage, and any enemy hit by it gets charmed and starts walking forward without attacking. Her neutral might actually be better than Gambit, but that's not all. It gets even crazier.
Central power.
Her E allows her to enter an awakening state, similar to Blade, but hers is 100 times better. A 15-second timer starts counting down, and White Fox makes a massive circle that constantly heals herself and her team while being dove by magic. In this mode, White Fox can use melee attacks. This form also gives her a new ability. She hits shift, which causes her to dash forward and hit magic, then flip over her head and land behind her. This triggers a separate 6-second cooldown, which is how long you have to perform this second dash, which White Fox uses to stun and push magic far backwards, like Angela's charging spear. Fox finishes her with another new awakened ability, a tail sweep attack. Dive heroes simply cannot play the game unless his character is banned. Straight up, there's nothing they can do, but you have to put pressure on her because of how dangerous she is from a distance, which this next clip shows. White Fox completely holds down this choke point because of her bounces in auto-seeking, healing, and damage orbs, then finishes them off by throwing down the right click to charm the enemies and make her team invulnerable. She's literally Thanos. Even Daredevil is helpless.
The fox awakens! Come with me!
The Devil of Hell's Kitchen is turned into a puppy as she pops her awakening form, uses her dashes to isolate him for a 1v1, and completely cooks him because of her healing circle. This character is insane. This last section shows her shut down 3 of the best ultimates in the entire game.
Silhouette Shigon!
Execution!
White Fox's Thor and Luna get hit with a Groot ult. She uses the right click to make Thor invulnerable, then uses her ultimate and turns into the full 9-tailed fox form. This gives her 900 HP and creates a healing circle for her team. But if you notice, the only downside is White Fox doesn't get healing while in this form. She then uses right click and sends out spectral energy that hits her Star-Lord, who gets healed and is flanking. Doctor Strange tries to solo ult him, but he's immune because of White Fox. While Star-Lord is ulting, Punisher is ulting him, but can't deal enough damage to hurt him because of White Fox. She then charges forward and takes out both Punisher and Mantis. This character is S tier day one. Even her team up is crazy. She of course is teaming up with her Agents of Atlas partner Luna Snow. So as a strategist anchor, White Fox gets a healing boost and Luna gets a new ability that also can charm enemies, because Luna for sure needed more buffs. Those industry plant allegations are never going away. So yeah, you need to learn this hero, especially if you're playing competitively this season. Hope this video helped, and if you want more Rivals news, I broke down the hidden content and lore in the Season 7 trailer. Click the video on screen to learn more. And a huge shout out to everyone supporting me on Patreon. Join for free so you never miss an update.